Hi, this is Kevin Brown with your 2-Minute Tuesday. The liberal media doesn't get it. The liberal media. You say, what are you talking about? I'm talking about when it comes to Donald Trump. You know, Trump's been in office for over 100 days now, and according to the research group Media Research Center, during the first 100 days, just on the ABC, CBS, and NBC evening news, this was the coverage. Basically 90% negative of President Trump. You know, and that's how it was, in essence, before the election and trying to get Clinton elected. And you know what? Conservative Americans, and I'm not talking about Christians, conservative Americans got sick and tired of having that jammed down our throat. And let me give you an example. It just happened this weekend. This is an article that was in the Washington Post. You know, Donald Trump is on his first international leg over in Saudi Arabia. He's over in Israel, was speaking there yesterday. Now watch this. Why Trump's speech on terrorism was such a missed opportunity. Now I can't tell you what this guy's name is, but this guy wrote the article, and you know why he said Trump missed the opportunity? He said Trump was wrong in what he said. Now let me show you what Trump said. Here's what Trump said. In his speech, he said religious leaders must make this absolutely clear. And he's talking about Islamic religious leaders. Barbarism, that means like killing people in the name of Allah, will deliver you no glory. Piety to evil will bring you no dignity. If you choose the path of terror, your life will be empty, your life will be brief, and your soul will be condemned. Whoa! And the Washington Post didn't like that at all. Do you know what the Washington Post said? The missed opportunity was that Donald Trump had the opportunity to say that the reason that terrorism is happening is because these jihadists lack jobs. That's in the article. And that they are suffering economic disparity. You know, that's not true. You remember this? That's 9/11. Osama bin Laden did this. And he sent his jihadists into our buildings. Did you know that Osama bin Laden is rich? He was rich, and his family's still rich. How'd they get rich? Because of the construction of the oil rigs, the economic boom that occurred in the Middle East. Osama bin Laden was rich. And so the Washington Post writer missed it. But you see, the Washington Post writers are like a lot of these elites that's in the media. They think we're too dumb to get it. In fact, in the article that this guy from the Post wrote, he said this in the article. While the young jihadists, these are the guys that he interviewed, I met, spouted ideological diatribes and quoted the Quran at length, their words rang hollow, almost as if they were something the recruits thought they should say rather than something they understood and deeply believed. No, that is what they believe, sir. That is what they believe. But see, the elites of the Western media tell us what we should believe. You know, it didn't work, did it? You see, the media tried their best to get Clinton elected. And even though the coverage was 90% pro-Clinton, guess what still happened? Donald Trump got elected. And you know what? To the elite media, and any of you that might be listening, if you keep doing what you're doing, do you know what you're going to do? You're going to get Trump elected to a second term. So why don't you start reporting the news fairly again? Why don't you be like Walter Cronkite, the CBS evening news anchor for years? No one ever knew that he was a Democrat because he didn't let that infiltrate what he believed. He reported the news. Because that's the way it was, or as Cronkite would say, and that's the way it is. This has been Kevin Brown with your 2-Minute Tuesday.